and welcome to another Photoshop tutorial. Today we are going to look at text and all the things that it can do. So if we open up Photoshop, I'm just going to create a new file here, 7 by 5 inches, 300 resolution. That looks good to me. So the text tool is down lower portion of the tools panel. The shortcut is T. There's a couple of things, wheel of death, a couple of things to know about this. So when I click on the text tool, you can see up in the options bar we have the type of font that you can use. I don't know what that is. Regular, bold, sometimes there's italic. The size of your text, orientation, color. And then this is create a warp text. So when we type in our text, we can highlight it, go to the warp text, and right now I don't have a style at all, but if I click here, I can arc it, and I can change the bend, horizontal distortion, and vertical distortion. When I like it, I could just hit OK. Remember, you can change the color of your text. All right. Oops. Why did it change? That's weird. I don't know why I didn't change the color. Oh, I know why. There we go. Okay, so you can change the color of it. And when I did my text, you saw that all I did was just click and start typing. If you are just doing one word or two words, this is totally fine. But if you're having, say, a paragraph, it's going to be important that you create a text box. When we do our monsters, you're going to have to write a paragraph, a story about your monster, maybe like where it came from or whatnot. And you'll need to do that into a text box. So you can point and click if you're just doing like one word, or you make a text box if you're going to do multiple words. Because when you do this, it automatically sends your words to the next line if it reaches the end of the text box, which is really nice. If you just click and start typing, it'll just be one continuous line all the way across. You can still do your warp text with this. That still works. So those are two just really simple things with text that you can do. When you click on the text tool, you can see that there's different types of tools here. So the one I was using was the horizontal type tool, which is what you're going to be using. The other tool that I'm going to have you guys look at is how to put a gradient onto your words. So if I want the word monkey to have a gradient on it, there's a way to do it. So if I go over here to my layers, this is where all my layers are at, you can see that my layers that have text on them look like this. They have the T, and then they have, whatever word I use. So right now I'm on the monkey one. So what I want to do is that I need to be on this layer, and then I go up to layer, I believe, yep, and I go to rasterize type, and you can see that it makes it a normal layer. Whenever you see the checker background, that means it's like a normal layer. It's nothing special, and you can do different things with it when you have this. So I made a normal layer. Now I'm going to go up to this little checkerboard up here. It says lock. And I'm locking the transparent pixels. So I'm locking all the other stuff around the word. So when I put my gradient on, it'll just affect my word. So if I go up to my gradient tool, remember it's bundled in your paint bucket tool. I click and I drag. You can see that my gradient just goes on that word. So that's pretty fun. You can make words that look really cute by doing that. You can change the opacity of your gradient. You can also change the orientation. There's different ones up here, and you just kind of can play around and kind of see what it does. I'm not a big fan of that one. That one's fun. That's cute. Okay, so that's how you put a gradient on your text. If you want to color in your text, you do the same thing. So this time I'll do it to "This world is full of lima beans." Okay, so I'm on the layer I want. I go up to layer, I go to rasterize, and I go to type, and you can see it made a new layer. I lock the transparent pixels, and then I'm just going to grab my brush tool real quick. I'm on a weird brush. There we go. Oh, that's also weird. Kind of neat. I just want normal, basic brushes. Let's go there. There we go. So I have my brush, and now you can see, zoom in a little bit so you can see better, that I can just color on my words. That's kind of fun. Okay. So there's two different things that you can do with text. The next thing I'm going to show you, the next tool, is going to be the horizontal type mask tool. So what you need for this is a picture from our website. You want something that has texture in it. So I'll show you the one I picked out. I picked out bubbles. Okay, so what this does, it's really neat. So I'm going to click it. I'm going to make a big old text box here, and I make sure I have really big font size and something that's pretty bold. I'm actually going to make it a lot bigger. You can go bigger than 72. Just have to input it. Hippos are full of meat. That sounds disgusting, but I'm going to go with it. All right. So here we have a type mask tool. Anytime you see this red, that means it's a type mask tool. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to be making a selection out of my words. I'm going to see if I can get to a fatter, what's that one? No, negative. Don't want that. What the? You want something that is pretty thick. Ooh, that one's a good one. Okay, I like it, so I'm going to say I like it. And you can see that it made a selection out of the picture. So from that, I'm just going to copy, and I'm going to paste. And you can see that it made my words that picture I had. That's pretty cool. And it's just a normal layer. Okay, you can make them bigger if you want to. So you can do some pretty cool things with type. Let me make sure I have everything. Yeah, so those are just the couple of things I wanted to show you. Gradient, using the type warped text here, and then also using the type mask tool. So those are the three things you need to make sure you know how to do. Okay, thanks.